Good morning, everyone. Welcome, students, families, and faculty, to our Cum Laude induction ceremony of 2022. Laguna Blanca School holds firm to its core values of community, balance, character, and scholarship. Today, we celebrate our students and celebrate their work in their academic pursuits. As scholars, these students have demonstrated to us that excellence is not an accident, it is a habit. These students have worked with intention and sincere effort towards their goals, and we have witnessed their curiosity, perseverance, and skillful fortitude. We are so proud. Skillful fortitude. We are so very proud to honor them today as our newest inductees to the Cum Laude Honor Society. The head of school, Ron Sino, is going to share a little bit about the history of the Cum Laude Society.
Good morning, everyone, and it's a pleasure to be here with all of our upper school students and faculty and families. The history of Cum Laude. Founded in 1906, the Cum Laude Society is dedicated to honoring scholastic achievement in secondary schools. The founders of the society modeled Cum Laude after the College Honor Society Phi Beta Kappa, and in the years since its founding, Cum Laude has grown to 382 chapters, approximately 24 of which are located in public schools, and the rest are set in independent schools. Membership is predominantly in the United States, but chapters are also located in Canada, England, France, Spain, Puerto Rico, and the Philippines. 32 schools have been awarded Cum Laude chapters in California, including 3 schools that share the honor in this area. I won't name the other 2 just out of competition, but Laguna Blanca is clearly the best. Students inducted into the society have demonstrated academic excellence in a strong college preparatory curriculum, good character, honor, and integrity in all aspects of their school lives. And now I'll turn it over to Mr. Struckmeyer for the rest of the stuff.
Thank you, Mr. Sino. So my role this morning is to introduce our previous Cum Laude inductees, who in a wonderful Laguna tradition will present our new inductees, and they will call up each inductee in turn to stand beside them here at the lectern as wonderful things are said about them. In the tradition of having our past members really personalize a narrative about each inductee. I could hardly do better than what Ms. Alkire had said about the spirit of Cum Laude and what we're trying to honor here today. So I'll just put my little college counseling spin on it, which is that, yes, GPA is the technical criteria that causes a person to be inducted in the top 10% of a small class at Laguna, 3, 4, or 5 people each year typically. But I think what you'll hear in these vignettes that are read is that there's a person behind these numbers, and the qualities of scholarship that we're trying to honor here today have to do with early inspiration, things that you learn to love early on, habits of mind, discipline, role models who played a key difference in turning someone on to learning, and then a pathway pursued, the joyfulness, the quirkiness of the character behind each person. I can tell you from the college's vantage point, as GPAs have climbed steadily higher each year and many students have glittering GPAs, it's the story behind each person that is really making the difference in college admission. The person who comes alive as, this person loves learning, this person inspires others, this person has added so much to the community through their grit, their tenacity, and just their love of learning. So I think that's what will be highlighted today, and I'm looking forward to it. So the presenters know their order, so I'm going to ask Owen Pryor to come up here first. And he will present our first inductee.
Okay. Evan Davis, please come on down. Affable, earnest, intellectually intense, but also wonderfully kind and down to earth. Evan Davis has been a wonderful late addition to Laguna Blanca. Evan comes from a caring and supportive family, the child of 2 engineers who nurtured his precocity with tons of additional opportunities outside of school. By nurturing his curiosity and independence, Evan's parents created an autodidact extraordinaire, one who taught himself computer science through Khan Academy. More lately, Evan has been teaching himself political philosophy and economics. He learned economics so well that his teacher at Dos Pueblos made him an assistant instructor, just as Mr. Airy has put him to work teaching Raspberry Pi and Python here at Laguna. When COVID shut down track and field at his old high school, Evan took up cycling, undertaking ambitious tours with Miles, another senior here at Laguna. Within Mr. Moore's AP Physics class, Evan time after time proves that he is the smartest student in the room, with his incredibly insightful methods of solving complex problems. Armed with as powerful an intellect as one will find, Evan is just as well known in the Laguna community for kindness and engagement. Congratulations, Evan.
We'll find a smoother way of doing this. All right.
Okay, Aidenzell. Pianist, tennis and soccer player, journalist, history buff, and big brother. Aidenzell wears many hats, performing at a high level in every area. Aiden draws inspiration from a ritual of sources, including famed Carthaginian General Hannibal Barca, who sang, "I shall either find a way or make one," is clearly a personal credo. Here at Laguna Blanca, Aiden draws inspiration from Miss Hill, Mr. Moore, and Mr. Scherzer. Of Miss Hill, he says, "The passion she brings to the classroom stands leaps and bounds above others." Of Mr. Moore, he says, "He is an extraordinary example of what it means to give total effort in the name of education." And about Mr. Scherzer, he says, "His deeply rooted understanding of modern history and humanity, combined with his Socratic methods, creates a classroom that is constantly engaging." On the soccer field, Aiden can be described as an incredibly hard worker, a leader, and a great sportsman overall. With his deep reverence for his teachers and his great work ethic, Aiden embodies the openness and humility at the heart of Cum Laude. Congrats, Aiden. Okay, next up is Katie Frista.
Okay, first I'm going to call up Maura. An extremely unique and beautiful combination of the intellectual and soulful, Maura Jay brings to light the importance of the spiritual dimension and the deeper meaning behind studies and achievements in school. As Ms. Hill says, Maura is passionately interested in the humanities, from English, philosophy, religious studies, to music and arts, all of which she approaches with a sense of wonder and open inquiry. From 5th grade, when I first met her, Maura has been the most authentic and honest friend, amazingly down to earth and relatable, always making it clear that she is there to listen, support, or provide a hilarious, needed joke to put you in a better mind space. Maura has led the meditation club throughout high school, and as a junior, Maura systematically attended a broad range of churches in the Santa Barbara area to learn firsthand how they differed from one another and to truly investigate what might be the right fit for her, proving just how dedicated she is to diving deep and discovering her true passions. Everyone who has seen and heard Maura's musical performances, including her performance on the TEDx stage earlier this year, can attest to this kind, thoughtful nature that makes Maura who she is in every aspect of her life. Congratulations, Maura. I know you're going to do amazing things at Boston College next year. Okay, and next up, Claire Tolles. Claire has an immense, humble sense of confidence that makes her the perfect leader and mentor in many different aspects of her life. Growing up as her family of five's house was being built around her, imagination and exploration led Claire to be the creative, beautifully artistic student athlete she is today. Claire is always walking around Laguna's campus with a welcoming, kind smile, never hesitating to greet a new student. I've never met someone so dedicated and driven academically, but also able to follow her passions outside of school with so much focus and love. Claire's artistic talents are incomparable and something deeply appreciated by the Laguna community. Mr. Yu, who describes Claire as a peer and a part of the art tribe, says that she is so busy with so many projects that he is amazed she ever sleeps. Claire has written a novel, freelanced as a graphic designer, animated and produced a short film, and runs the Laguna Arts Club, all while finding time to play varsity sports and work for the admissions office. Congratulations, Claire. We are all excited to hear about your amazing accomplishments at USC. Okay, and next up is Dare Fitzpatrick. Can Phoebe Ray come up? Phoebe is a truly unique, strong-minded, and thoughtful person. Both her hardworking nature and distinct moral clarity set her apart as a top student. Phoebe reminds us that it's okay to have uncomfortable conversations in the name of integrity and justice. She's not afraid to speak her mind, whether that's advocating for prison reforms and AP Lit discussions, or asking for an extension when everyone else is too afraid. As one of the leaders of the initiative, Phoebe took Laguna's antiquated dress code to task for its outmoded assumptions. As one Laguna administrator who witnessed this effort put it, quote, "Phoebe's work demands that we bring our best selves to the table always," end quote. I know that I'm challenged by Phoebe's objective insight when it comes to topics she's interested in, like politics, literature, and philosophy. And I think that I can speak for everyone she encounters when I say that Phoebe is an inspiration. Knowing her courage, conviction, and compassion, I'm sure Phoebe will enter the world a leader and leave it a better place than she found it. Next is Katherine Ball. Always full of energy and curiosity, Katherine is the epitome of an intellectual. She's able to see multiple perspectives, only adding to everyone's learning experience. Prepared to challenge the conventional wisdom with humor and irreverence, Katherine is invaluable in class discussions. Wide reading and the early encouragement of her parents, along with a healthy sibling rivalry, all pushed Katherine's love of music, writing, and learning in general. Mr. Dorfman, Mr. Faust, and Miss Pointer have all been important teachers, with a special shout out to Mr. Scherzer's, quote, game-changing unit on World War I. This year, I have had the special privilege of sitting next to Katherine in our Latin 4-5 class as she vocalizes her aversion towards scanning, refuses to accept that some myths are just metaphorical, and has slowly but surely given me the nickname Do Dare. I know she will accomplish amazing things, and this is just the beginning. Congratulations. And next is Hannah Mossreed. will you please join me? Radiating sincerity, empathy, kindness, and authenticity, not to mention major academic, artistic, and athletic talent, Noah Camps embodies Laguna Blanca's highest values. You may know him as a student repopulating an entire algae population for a STEM project, or as Ophelia in Laguna's rendition of Shakespeare's complete works. But I know him best as the lone reason I passed AP Chem last year. Noah and I share a special bond, one that could only have been formed in the throes of COVID and Ms. Pointer's challenging AP curriculum. Through the many, many nights spent studying chemical equilibrium and rates of reactions, I got a glimpse into the truly amazing person Noah is. His drive, dedication, and focus are inspiring as a fellow student. Noah is talented in both STEM and the humanities. He is a knockout both in and outside the classroom, being a star on the volleyball courts, a star on the Spalding stage, and a star in the student council. He brings humor, passion, and ambition to every group project, theater production, and leadership role he takes. Of his family, Noah says, "I was fortunate to grow up in a home where we valued each other's interests and ideals. Some of my family members have wildly different values than mine, but that has allowed me to become very tolerant and open-minded towards other people's ideas." One hears echoes of this throughout the faculty's comments on Noah, including a faculty member who shared, "I don't think I've ever seen Noah in a negative space. Even when stressed out or exhausted, he radiates inclusivity and acceptance while still being witty and sarcastic in a way that says we're all in this together." In addition to his academic prowess, Noah is hands down one of the funniest people I have ever met. His energy and humor are infectious, lighting up every room he is in. There isn't anyone I would rather be joining UCLA's class of 2026 with next year. Congratulations, Noah, on your induction as a Cum Laude Certificate. Abby, will you please join me? When I think of Abby Kim, the first 10 words that come to mind are the best business manager the Fourth Estate has ever seen. Long story short, before Abby became business manager, we were getting no ads per issue, and now we're getting up to 5. Her role on the staff is indicative of the type of person, athlete, student, and friend Abby is. Dedicated, hardworking, and loyal. It's tempting to think of every accomplished athlete as a prodigy in the mold of Tiger Woods or Mozart, but Abby reminds us that oftentimes relentless dedication to practice is the real secret. She offers huge praise to her parents for their support and also singles out Miss McHale, Miss Montague, and Miss Ballinger for special recognition. Of journalism, Abby says the energy and motivation in the class is incredible. And of Miss Montague and Miss Ballinger, Abby speaks of their enormous dedication. Abby has set her sights on a career in film, partly because of her skill as a writer, but also because of Korean films like Parasite and Squid Game, both of which combine disturbing realism and important social themes about inequality and class competition. Before coming to Laguna, Abby spent a year at a golf academy in South Carolina, a lonely experience that highlights another key cum laude trait, dedication and perseverance in keeping one's sights on faraway goals. I can safely say that the Laguna community and the state of the Fourth Estate's finances would not be the same without the energy and enthusiasm that she brings to the campus. Congratulations, Abby. And next we have Frances Carlson.
Molly, come on up. It is hard to fully capture in words the magic of Molly Morales. Warm, energetic, bubbly, positive, humorous, intelligent, confident, and so much more. It is impossible to miss her presence. Whether it be her leading cheers on the sidelines of any sporting event, singing at the talent show, giving her own TEDx talk, or just sitting, engaged and focused, in any one of her classes. But what I think best explains her presence are in fact Monday assemblies. It seems that every week, Molly is standing up to share an announcement for one of the many clubs or organizations that she is a part of. It could be for SAW Club, Fellowship of Faith Club, the Marketing Independent Study, or, recently, her internship at USC. Simply said, Molly's got quality and quantity. Molly's deep admiration for her parents' generosity and selflessness is profound, as she has always been given the encouragement to do whatever and be whoever she wants. She has put this freedom and adoration to full effect, constantly attempting new things, including trying out a 5-day beach volleyball career until she was pulled on the stage for rehearsals for the spring musical, which, of course, she has a lead in. But her presence was so noticeable in that 1 week of volleyball practice that almost 2 months later, my coach called me aside and asked me if I would be able to specially invite Molly Morales to our tournament because we needed her loud, energetic voice. Of course, Molly showed up on a Saturday and brought all of her spirit in full form. This encapsulates Molly's character. Always willing, always positive, always determined, always unapologetically loud. Well, Molly, I want you to know that everyone at Laguna is proud and lucky to be in your presence. And we are all here cheering you on as you have for us. Congratulations, Molly Morales.
The Cum Laude Society puts forward 3 core values of their own: arete, or excellence, and students who are honored here today certainly are exhibiting excellence in everything that they undertake. Dike, justice, willingness to do the things that are right, no matter how hard that is to do. I think we've seen evidence of that and heard evidence of that with our group. And time, honor, that they treat all of them, everyone around them with respect, that they honor what's important to their families, that they honor what's important to themselves and to their school community. They're all pretty amazing examples of these things. One of the things that we all can learn about a school, or one of the ways in which we can learn about a school quickly, is actually what a school celebrates and how they celebrate it. During my second visit to campus last spring in April, this was actually the first ceremony that I saw here at Laguna. I stood up there and just tried to take in, what some of this community was about. I remember being struck, pun intended, by the things Mr. Hereford and Mr. Struckmeyer said from this podium that day. More importantly, I was excited to see that students had such a prominent role in presenting and personalizing this great honor for their peers. For me, this speaks to something special about Laguna: the intersection between community and scholarship. This important intersection should remind us that we also should be celebrating the support and guidance of the people who have helped our Cum Laude inductees and all Laguna students achieve excellence. So, thank you. Thank you to all of the friends, family, faculty, and other mentors who have helped bring us success in this great school. And congratulations to each of our inductees on your tremendous accomplishments. So with that, our ceremony is concluded. We invite our inductees and their guests to stick around after for a few minutes, take some extra pictures, and celebrate together. And everyone else, let's have a lovely Laguna day.